Oh Lord, they crying again. They tripping again. The rules for thee, but not for me crew is at it again. And this time, the NFL, or specifically an NFL quarterback, New York Giants quarterback Jaxson Dart, has fallen under their hypocritical gaze. What did he do? What was his crime? Nothing more than introducing the President of the United States, the president, y'all. This is big time stuff, at a New York rally. And guess who mad? In the words of my brother, O'Shea Duke Jackson. And guess who mad? The usual damn hypocritical suspects. Check this out.
Jaxson Dart just gave a huge FU to all the black players on his team, and I'm gonna need y'all to make sure y'all act accordingly. Now, before we get into it, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, follow, do all things. I'm gonna talk my shit, we'll have a good time, but let's get into it. So Jaxson Dart took his funky ass down to the Trump rally yesterday and gave a speech and introduced Donald Trump, and now his teammates are calling out, and people are up in arms and confused as to why. So I'm seeing people asking, well, why? Why did he have to get called out publicly? Why couldn't it have been private and text him? Let's be clear. If you gonna go out publicly and support a racist PDF, then your ass gonna get called out publicly. You don't get to publicly go out and do some bullshit and then think that you only gonna get called out privately.
Well, guys,
It ain't even the corporate media this time. TikTok has taken over as the main media source for the ignorance, for the delusional, especially for the damn hypocritical. These people are crashing out right now because a New York Giants quarterback, Jaxson Dart, who also happens to be a human being, who also happens to be an American citizen, whose rights are protected and defended by the Constitution of the United States, decided that he wanted to go support his commander-in-chief. No other country on earth would punish their people. No other population on earth would go after its own citizens for supporting the leader that the majority of the country voted for against all odds. These people are upset because this man supported the commander-in-chief and refuses to apologize to the hypocritical mob who will be hating Donald Trump one day and then probably in a couple of years will be loving him again. Or they'll hate him, but then love, support, and praise someone who is an absolute dictator, criminal, and murderer. What makes it worse is it isn't just the fickle-minded civilians. It's actually people on this man's own football team. Specifically, a linebacker who no one knows or cares about, named Abdul Carter. This guy went to social media to attack his own damn quarterback. And in doing so, he exposed the massive glaring hypocrisy running rampant all throughout not only left woke culture, but black culture. We got to be real about this, y'all. If a black athlete stepped up and proudly endorsed Kamala Harris or some delusional far-left Democrat like AOC, the media throws a parade. Zero pushback. That person has the right as an American to do what they want to do. Total praise. But the exact second a white player or hell, even a conservative black American steps out of the establishment's ideological box. I don't know what's going on with this. Steps out of the establishment's ideological box, right? And expresses support for the candidate that they chose to support, right? That they picked using their belief system and their morals, the candidate that they feel most identifies with their values, right? All of a sudden, the left-wing mob is immediately attacking this person. They literally thought that they were going to basically punk Jaxson Dart into submission by causing this media storm, showing him that he's not in control of what he does with his life. No, they are. But instead, Jaxson Dart just said, look, man, I've already prepared myself mentally to deal with people who would try to weaponize my sense of values and morals against me in an effort to destroy me as a person. Guys, listen, these people constantly talk about democracy. They walk around screaming, this is what democracy looks like. But it only but democracy only looks like democracy when democracy agrees with them. What part of democracy is, hey, I just want to come out and support the candidate of my choosing, and now I'm getting attacked? It ain't just the normies, the regular people attacking this guy. These are people on national... Guys, I don't know what the hell's going on with this. Sorry about that. It's not just the normies attacking this guy. This is literally people who are major multi-billion-dollar news corporations. And why are they attacking him? I'm switching to a different camera. What? Hold on. I got to do something different. Can you guys hear me? Okay, yeah. So it's not just, I think you guys can hear me okay. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Hold on, I'm just making sure you guys got me. Yeah, give me a 1 in the comments if you can hear me okay. It's not just regular people attacking this dude. It's actually like multi-billion-dollar media empires attacking him in these talk shows that they're presenting to you as being run by journalists, actual facts-based shows, media shows that are run by journalists. Instead, they take a so-called journalist, they make an opinion-based show like The View, and they allow you to believe that this is something that is reflecting factual information when it's not. But why is it that one side of America can openly support the candidates that they choose and that they agree with and identify with, but another side of America is demonized and attacked if they express support for the candidates that they align with? It doesn't make any sense. And no one ever steps up and says, you know what? This isn't right. Let me ask you a question. How many people were attacked for supporting Kamala Harris? How many news outlets went and attacked people for expressing support for Joe Biden? You might have said, yo, we don't agree with those people. These people aren't really looking at the facts. These people are choosing their candidate based on emotion. They're not operating based on objective truth. We might say all those things. But when did you see a conservative channel, a conservative person, a conservative politician going after people for supporting Joe Biden and then supporting Kamala Harris? You never see that. You never, ever see that. And then they want to tell people, well, we're the ones who represent democracy. We're the ones who believe in democracy. They're not the ones who believe in democracy. They are the ones that believe in hypocrisy. Understand that. And they always use some black stooge to jump up on stage and cry wolf. And in this case, the stooge is this moron, Abdul Carter. I don't understand why this guy, who is a unknown linebacker, probably barely holding on to a spot on the team, why is this guy stepping up to say something about what Jaxson Dart, his quarterback, who is clearly worth more to the team than him, right? Why is this guy being the sacrificial lamb to come out and speak about what Jaxson Dart did? Bro, you're nobody. You make no money Jaxson Dart is like the messiah of the New York Giants. He did a really good job this past season. Why are you risking your career? Why are white liberals, the ones who pump black people up infect black people with Trump derangement syndrome, why are they allowing this black man to jeopardize his life and or his career by going against the damn leader of the team? If you've never played football, you really don't understand how much weight a quarterback has on an NFL team. He says, I don't want this guy here. That guy's gone. Why is it always us? Why was it Corey Bush? Why was it Nina Turner? Why was it Jasmine Crockett? Why was it Jamal Bowman? Why was it Fonnie Willis? This is my question to you. Why is it always the African American Democrat who gets to jeopardize their life, their livelihood, their ability to feed their family, to stand up against Trump and fight against Trump, and the people who support Trump? Why don't they put up AOC to go against Trump and fight against Trump and risk her career to go against Trump? And why didn't they go send AOC to pull that fire alarm in the congressional chamber that day? Why didn't they hire a white prosecutor to bring a fraudulent case against Donald Trump? Why is it the black DA and in the black AG? Why are they the ones who get to weaponize the New York legal system against Donald Trump and then be scrutinized and put under pressure by the DOJ? Do you guys notice a recurring theme? It's always us. They yell and holler about Trump being a Nazi. They created the narrative. But we're the ones who got to commit. They get to be the chicken, but we got to be the pig. The chicken laid an egg. Here you go, scrambled eggs. The pig got to give his life for breakfast to happen. Why are we always the pig? And I'm waiting on the white sacrificial lamb to go out and go up against Trump and lose everything. I'm waiting for that person. Who is it going to be? Why wasn't it Elizabeth Warren who was asked to go pull that fire alarm that day when they coerced Jamal Bowman to go pull that fire alarm? And then he subsequently lost his seat in Congress because the Jewish community came against him. But then Chuck Schumer, who's Jewish, who speaks anti-Israel talking points all day, he managed to keep his seat. Why is it always us? Black folks gonna have to get smarter. Stop letting the Democrat Party use you. They don't care about you. They've proven that. Why are you allowing them to use you? Why aren't you standing up for yourself as a man and saying, you know what? Why don't this white guy on the team who hate Trump speak out? Why don't that third string, defensive lineman who hates Trump, who happens to be Caucasian, why don't he go speak up about how he don't like what Jaxson Dart did? It's always us.
Are bigger than football, and this is one of those things. Jaxson is one of our leaders. He's the face of our franchise. He not only represents himself and what he does, but he represents all of us, and that goes for anybody who wears a Giants uniform. But if he chooses to align himself with a man like President Trump, it's my responsibility, based on what I believe and what I stand on, to not only show my teammates that I'm against that, but to show the world. And that doesn't mean that we have to spread hate. It doesn't mean that me and Jaxson hate each other or we have beef. I sit next to Jaxson every day. Every team meeting, we close, we talk. As long as we make sure we got...
Give me in one of the comments if you can hear this, okay?
Which they do. And I feel like that's all that matters. So I just want to move past this and yeah, that's it.
I've always loved this country. I have extended family members who have fought in wars. I have two uncles who have retired from the Air Force Academy and served themselves. I even have a great-grandfather who served as Secretary of Treasury at some point. So the president position has always been a position that I've well respected, regardless of political affiliation, regardless of political party. And my intentions were just that. I also understand in this world, politics can be a sensitive matter, a sensitive topic, I also understand that I am the quarterback of the New York Giants, and that involves a lot of responsibility. It's under a limelight, under a microscope, and there's a lot that comes with that, and it's been something that I've embraced.
Now, if you listen to Jaxson Dart, right, and you listen to him explain why he introduced Donald Trump, he didn't say, I introduced Donald Trump because I'm this crazy Trump supporter and I don't like black people, which is the way black folks are going to market this, right? Notice the reason everyone has to hate Trump is because Trump doesn't like. What the heck is going on with my thing? Guys, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on with my thing. But the reason why everyone has to dislike Trump is because Trump, for one reason or another, doesn't like black people. If this messes up one more time, I'm done with it. But the reason why everyone has to hate Trump is because Trump, for whatever reason, doesn't like black people. Do you ever notice they never say, you got to dislike Trump because Trump doesn't like white people? Notice they don't ever say that. They don't even say, you got to dislike Trump because Trump doesn't like immigrants. Because you know what? When you say Trump doesn't like Mexicans or whites, there's a large group of Hispanics and whites who are going to come out and say, no, that's not true. And all Mexicans or Hispanics don't support Democrats. Don't you dare try to put us all in one box. Whites going to come out. Don't you dare try to put us in one box. We are diverse. The only group that's going to continuously allow themselves to be put in a political box are African Americans. Let's be real. The only group of people who is going to let white Democrats continue to put them in a box and not say anything are African Americans. And they're going to use some black bootlicker to come out and say, well, Jaxson Dart supporting Trump hurt me. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. It didn't hurt you at all. You just think that you're going to be able to weaponize TDS against the quarterback because deep down inside, you're a racist. Abdul Carter, deep down inside, is a racist. Deep down inside, Abdul Carter hates America. He's a black Muslim racist. That's what he is. He's anti-white and he's anti-American. You think that that's lost on us? Do you think us Trump supporters really don't see you, Abdul? You're the racist. You're the hateful, radical Islamist. And you're mad. You're mad because the quarterback has his own opinion and won't twerk his booty up to Allah like you want him to. That's why you're mad. Because if you're gonna, the Bible says, start in your own house first. This is the hypocrisy I can't understand. How you gonna go after bro for supporting Trump when you in a league with a bunch of racist white NFL team owners? Ain't it funny how racism and bigotry, quote unquote, it's a deal breaker when it comes to his relationship with his quarterback and Donald Trump, but it's not a deal breaker when he's collecting. I said collecting on purpose. You wanted the nigga is here now. I'm all the way in my bag. It's a deal breaker. It's not a deal breaker when bro is collecting those checks from those racist white owners who got rid of Colin Kaepernick. Ain't that funny? Ain't that funny? When it's his massa boss who pays him, you know what I'm saying? Race, I'm colorblind. These checks is colorblind. But when the quarterback shows respect for the president of this nation, that's where this dude draws the line. That's where this bootlicker draws the line. It's killing me. It's killing me. Well, maybe high cholesterol is killing me, but this is killing me too. I'm going to die 2 times and be resurrected. But what I'm saying is this. Notice the hypocrisy. Check the hypocrisy of this buffoon Check the hypocrisy of the mainstream media. You never see the mainstream media going after somebody for supporting a Democrat, no matter how bad they are. I live in California. We have the most delusional Democrat politicians ever. No criticism. There's a guy over in Maine right now running for Senate. His name is Graham Plattner. He's a full-fledged Nazi. This man got a Nazi symbol tattooed over his heart. He's a Democrat. I ain't heard Abdul Carter come out at all and say, hey, they got a whole Nazi over there in Maine, and Democrats, black and white, are supporting this guy. Where's the outrage for that? It's all about hypocrisy. We can support racist Nazis because we the good guys. Y'all don't even got to support racist Nazis. We're just going to make anyone that you do support a racist Nazi so we can condemn you for supporting them. How long are we going to put up with this mess? And the hypocrisy is so obvious. It's so blatant. It's acute. The hypocrisy. But it doesn't matter. These people dwell in hypocrisy. I'm living in Los Angeles County. This is a whole land of nothing but hypocrites. People who see the hobos on the corner shooting up fentanyl. People who say we don't want the dope addicts out in front of the school, but keep voting for the people who are making it possible for the dope addicts to be in front of the school. Showing their genitalia to the students, to the elementary kids. The more, it's like every day you get another reason to totally dislike the left. Every day. These people are agents of chaos. These people are agents of hatred, racism, bigotry. These people want to take us back to Jim Crow because that's the only weapon they have to use to divide us. I don't hate white people. I don't hate Asians. I don't hate Mexicans. But you know who I do hate? Illegal Mexican rapists who come into my country and rape our women. You know who I do hate? Radical blue-haired white liberal freaks who want my daughter to have to go into a bathroom with a grown-ass man with an intact penis. You know who I do hate? I hate ignorant black folks who don't even want to read or get new information so that they can vote based on knowledge and understanding and logic and rational thinking. Yes, I do hate those kind of people. And really, the color don't matter. But if you just so happen to be a black, ignorant, racist, bigoted moron, because I'm black, I always talk according to color. It's just the way it is. And if you white and feel that way, I'm going to mention that your ass is white. And if you Mexican and you support an illegal criminal Mexican rapist in South American, guess what? I'm going to mention that your ass is Mexican too. Because if I stole your damn wallet, you'd be like, it was the black guy. It was the black guy. Only then is it okay to talk about race and not be a racist when a black dude is committing a crime, right? I don't like these people because I know these people aren't real. They're not doing what they're doing to make anything better. They're doing things, they're doing what they do to gain an advantage, right? They doing it to try to gain an advantage. And it's stupid because it's like, bro, if we out to sea and we on a boat, if you poke a hole in a boat, you might win the argument, but you ain't got no advantage because you're going to sink just like me. And these people don't understand that this ignorant way of looking at things is destroying our country.
Privately.
Well, guys, I told you, the left is not done with Jaxson Dart, not by a long shot. The New York Giants quarterback did the unforgivable by showing his support for President Donald Trump. For all the conservatives he could have supported. Donald Trump, you know that would be the one.
Let me pause this real quick. I got people here in my comments. These people used to watch my channel. They got tired of getting destroyed with the facts and the truth, so they ran away from my channel to go be lied to, right? This guy said, Brandon, you are the most ignorant black man on YouTube. I will give this man $100 today, right now. Cash App, PayPal, or what else do I got? Cash App, PayPal, or Zelle. I will give this man $100 if this man come up here and prove to y'all that I am ignorant. If he can come tell you one lie that I've told today or any day on my channel, I will give this man $100. They can't never do it. I offer this same challenge. I need to just stop saying it. I need to just stop doing it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here, but I need to stop doing it because they can never prove that I'm ignorant. They just make a claim, you're lying, you're ignorant, and then I offer them the money. And if I'm ignorant and I'm a liar, get up here and get this easy $100. It should be easy. Because if you told me to prove that you're a liar, I could do that in an instant. I could tell that you lying just by the comments that you put in my comment section. I can tell you're a liar, you're dishonest, and that's why you ran away from this channel a long time ago. See, when someone is, the devil, the lie runs when the truth show up. They got mad at me. They got mad at me because I wouldn't help them blame white people for all their problems. Let me stay on track.
One that would get him demonized. And the left is showing their extreme hypocrisy while demonizing Dart. Listen to this.
In this particular case, this was an unforced error by Jaxson Dart. Again, Donald Trump is historically unpopular. You are the quarterback of the New York Giants. What was the point? What is the upside in appearing at this rally? Now, he has a right to support whoever he wants, but Abdul Carter has a right to criticize his support of that. And a lot of athletes, partly what makes them hesitant about talking about their political beliefs is that they don't want the blowback and they don't want the resistance and how people might feel about it. So yeah, his teammate who is a Muslim, who is a black man in America, had every right to question him about what that support means, especially when you are considered to be the face of the organization and the sort of default leader of the entire team.
We're so hypocritical on this, Abby.
Why is that?
Because when Steve Kerr and the Warriors come out and condemn Trump, does anybody on this panel say, oh, that's out of line? They shouldn't do that. Jaxson Dart has every right to be there with the President of the United States. And when people are invited and teams win national championships and they're invited to the White House, they should go. And yet every time there's a political statement, we're not going to be there with Donald Trump, the media justifies it, says it's fine. When Jaxson Dart goes to rallies, all of a sudden we're going to criticize it?
But this is
absurd.
about the person, though, not just the office, though. That's what I'm
was there
saying.
a person?
So first off, I want to say that some things are bigger than football, and this is one of those things. Jaxson is one of our leaders. He's the face of our franchise. He not only represents himself and what he does, but he represents all of us, and that goes for anybody.
Yeah. So I love the dudes on the news. They're making it clear. This is all hypocrisy. The guy said, plain and simple, when it's people up here saying that they support Kamala Harris or they support Joe Biden, you don't see these talking heads attacking them. You never see these people attacking anybody. They're just like, oh yeah, they agree with what I agree with. And I want to be real with you. 90% of these people don't even support Democrats for real. 90% of these pundits, they're in a very high tax bracket. So a lot of them are business owners, they're property owners. They stay far away from regulation and taxes. So do you really think that they support the Democrats, or do you think they're willing to say whatever they got to say, right? So that they can keep a job, so that they can get hired by CNN. And they're looking and they're saying there's really only one major conservative news channel, that's Fox, but there's 4 and 5 and 6 and 8 and 10 liberal news channels. So I'm going to pick a side based on where I can get hired. And which side gives me the most career advancement opportunities. That's what they're doing. That's it. You're letting your emotions got you listening to these people, and these people are like, bro, I'm just over here trying to get a check. That's it. And then the worst part is you got hypocritical ass celebrities coming out going against Jaxson Dart. People who you know are jealous of Jaxson Dart because Jaxson Dart has what they wanted, or he might have what they had and couldn't keep.
Support for Trump. 4 public figures quickly cut ties with him. Number 4, Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick has long been a staunch advocate for black equality. He knelt during games to protest racial injustice, which led to him being blackballed by the league and unable to continue playing. His stance is diametrically opposed to Jaxson Dart's, and he has openly accused the league of double standards. Many people argue that if Kaepernick was benched for his views, Dart should face the same punishment. Number 3, Abdul Carter. As the New York...
Didn't I tell y'all? What did they tell y'all people are arguing? Oh, Jaxson Dart should be benched for his views just because Colin Kaepernick. Black folks don't care about Jaxson Dart introducing Trump. Black folks want revenge for what happened to Colin Kaepernick, and they're trying to take that out on Jaxson Dart. We are a very vengeful people. We hate. We don't want freedom. We don't want fairness. We never wanted equality. What we wanted was to subjugate white people and damn near enslave them the way they enslaved us. This ain't about no freedom. This is about vengeance for these ignorant folks. And those of us who happen to be black who are like, man, look, that ain't the way to move forward. We trying to make progress. You talking about black people can't do this. I believe black people can do anything. The only thing stopping black people that can stop black people from doing what they want, whatever they want to do, is getting caught up in the past and deciding to double down on hatred that's really rooted in self-hate. Because the same ones hollering racism, give them $100 million, they gonna move right next to white folks. Give them $200 million, they gonna move to some even richer white folks. Every time they hit a new tax bracket, they're gonna move to a place where less and less people look like them and then scream racism. The queens of racism, the women of Black Lives Matter, what did they do with the $90 million that they received from these white-owned racist companies? They went and bought real estate. They built real estate portfolios with houses and homes in only white neighborhoods. They didn't invest any of that back into the hood. Show me one place on earth where there is the Black Lives Matter grocery store. Show me where there's the Black Lives Matter dry cleaners or auto shop. Show me where there's the Black Lives Matter shelter for women and children. They had 90 million and managed to not build a single freaking thing for anybody black. I'll tell you who they did give $500,000 to white drag queens in San Francisco. I'm asking you, show me. I got somebody going, you're weak, you're ignorant. Hey, bro, show me the Black Lives Matter anything that was built in honor of black folks that's not a statue. Or a sidewalk that's painted. I know my own group of people, and I know we hate the truth. We hate the truth, and we hate anyone who does not allow us to play victim. We hate it.
Giants' defensive anchor and Dart's teammate, he immediately called out the quarterback publicly, saying he couldn't believe Dart's actions. However, hours later, Carter backtracked, claiming the two had made up. Clearly influenced by PR pressure, he's now only willing to maintain a superficial teammate relationship with Dart. Number 2, Lola Sexton.
Right. He didn't believe in it. Abdul Carter talked all that shit about Jaxson Dart. Now he backtracking. If you don't F with Jaxson Dart because he supports Donald Trump, you should have quit the damn team. You should have called and said, if you don't get rid of this dude, I'm gone. But you know where all the bigotry, racism, and anti-racism stuff, you know where the nonsense stops? Right at the damn bank. They don't like white racists. They don't like bigots, yada, 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 yada. But all of a sudden when that check comes, bigotry and racism don't matter no more. If I had a problem with white people or Hispanic people or Arabic people, I wouldn't even want to take their money. I wouldn't go work for them to make them richer if I didn't like them or if I felt like they're oppressing black folks. If I go shop at the store owned by the man who's a member of the Klan, my money is buying ropes and nooses to hang black folks up from trees. So why would I support that? If I go work in this convenience store, helping them make money, my money is supporting the wood and the fuel for him to go burn crosses on people's front line. Stop buying that bull crap. Stop letting these people, because they black like you, gaslight you and make you think that they out here really fighting against white supremacy and racism. These Negroes, oh, Jews, they hate Jews. All now, black people are we supposed to be hating Jewish people. That's what they're telling us nowadays. But who own all this Google and all this shit? If you hate them that bad, get off their damn programs. Get off their websites and their apps if you hate them that bad. They won't do that because that is the classic sign of an ignorant, reverse racist. We hate them, we don't like them, but we won't stop using the things that they provide. We hate the Waltons, they racist, but your ass is up in Walmart every day. Every day. They'll boycott Target when they gonna boycott Walmart. They Trump supporters, the Walton family. When? It's just hypocrisy. Rules for thee, but not for me. You can't shop at Target because Target is racist. Why is Target racist? Because they was dumb enough to give black folks a chance. They said, you know what? This goes against every rule of capitalism, but we're going to allow you to put your stuff on our shelves just to give y'all a shot. And then when the stuff wasn't selling, and Target said, okay, in the name of business, we got to, take you off the shelf, and maybe if you get something better, you come through. Black folks boycott them. We ain't shopping there no more. Where y'all gonna go? We going to Walmart and Costco. Oh, you gonna leave? You gonna boycott the company that gave you a shot, and then go shop at the two companies that didn't give you no shot, that didn't let you put nothing on their shelf. Show me where Walmart did a program with black folks to let them put black-owned products on their shelf. It never happened. Show me where Costco did that. Shit, Costco charged $50 to walk through the door just to keep your black ass out. But you gonna leave Target, who gave you a shot and was dumb enough to try to work with you, you gonna boycott them because because y'all wasn't buying the black-owned products that they put on the shelf. Come on now. Come on now. Because we love to be lied to. We love the theatrics of the whole situation. We don't give a damn about the principle. We'll go after this white boy Jaxson Dart. We'll go after him just because it's entertaining. We don't care about what he did. We don't care if he introduced Trump. We're going to go after him because it's entertaining, and white Democrats told us to. That's all we need. Nah, they didn't do no damn about face on their policies. They put black products on the shelf. It wasn't working. No one was buying it. Black folks was robbing them blind. And they said, we're not doing this no more. This is not profitable. This is not lucrative. They should have never did it in the first place. Because if you needed to know that trying to focus on selling something to black folks just because they black, if they needed to know that that was a failure, go to every inner city with black-owned businesses going out of business. Black folks don't shop nowhere because you just making it specifically for black folks. Black folks will go to a business owned by another group of people if they are 1 penny cheaper than you. You could charge $1 for some shit. The other store got a sign on the top of the store that say 99 cents. Black folks will go over there and buy it even though the black person say no tax. And that store is like, nah, you got to pay 10% tax. Black folks will pay $1.09 for a 99-cent item at cost rather than give a black person $1 flat for the same item because that other store across the street told them it's 99 cents. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've worked at several black-owned businesses, and it's the same complaint. They want it cheaper. They don't care about good. They don't care about quality. They don't care about all the bullshit that they claim to care about when they're telling you why they won't do business with you. I've seen black people tell a black-owned business, hey, if you get these, man, I'm going to be up here every day buying this from you. And then you see them like, hey, man, we stocked this. We got a whole 2 months supply of this. You didn't buy it. Oh, man, I found it cheaper on Amazon. See, when they buying it from you, they care about if it's made in China, right? When they buying it from you, they care about whether or not child labor was used to make it. When you buy black, it's got to be an all beef hot dog, slaughtered halal style. And you say the hot dog $5, that's too much. Then the Negro go down to Dodger Stadium and pay $25 for a hot dog that's made of pig nuts. This is what we do. And then we get mad when you tell us the facts. There's a channel. My boy, he has a channel, Afro Think Tank. You go over there. Go watch his channel. He makes sure he pandered to black folks. I love his channel. I like it. Go watch it. Go watch it. You want to have somebody perfectly organize everything in a way that doesn't offend you? Go over there. I don't care if you're offended. Because I look at the black community and I say, damn, look how fucked up this place is. The same people online acting like everything offends them, they're not offended by this trash on the ground. They're not offended by the human feces on the curb. They not offended by Pookie and Ray Ray shooting up the neighborhood. I went to school with him. That's my homeboy. They not offended by that. They're not offended by anything that's actually a threat to their life, their safety, or to their children. But they get online and pretend to be offended by what somebody say. They're offended by Chud the Builder saying the N-word, then turn on a song calling a mom and a sister a bee and a hoe and a whore and everything else. And you know what they do? They twerk to it. They dance. Oh, that's my song. I'm too old to play those kind of games with y'all. I am too old to play these type of games with black folks. Only difference is I'm man enough to tell you to your damn face. If that's the type of black person you are, if that's the life you trying to lead, I don't need you. I don't need you. There was a time when I banked my YouTube. Oh, I'm a black people. Man, I don't give a damn if y'all watch or not. I don't. I will not sit with men and women of lies and dishonesty and deception because I'm not a liar. It makes me uncomfortable to be on screen in front of some dishonest Negroes. I don't like that. It does something to my energy. It does something to my energy. And you know what's funny? I'm making the same amount of money not caring about what y'all think as I would have made if I was carefully tailoring things to not offend you. When you grow up and you decide you want the truth, come on over here because this is a grown-up space. But in the black community, you got people 40 and 50 years old acting like 13-year-old kids. You got people 50 and 60 acting like 15-year-old children. You ask them a question just to see if they got some truth in them. You know what they do? They lie. They lie. And then get mad when you say, you're lying. You got one of these new Kim Trex right here. This guy who I offered $100. Come on. Stop talking about what I need to do and come up here and tell me where I told a lie. Do y'all want Kim Trex to come up here and tell me where I lied at? I do. Let me give you the link. Here go the link, man. Come up here and tell me where I'm lying, what history I've misquoted. You won't. You're a coward. You're a coward. You're a coward who hides behind a keyboard. Oh, yeah, I'm talking about gutter neighborhoods. No, there are plenty of black affluent neighborhoods. There are plenty of black affluent neighborhoods. And I bet you if these black folks went over there, they'd call the cops to get them up out of there. And what's worse is the black people who live in the black affluent neighborhoods, they'll sit up and lie too because they're gatekeepers. The black community, I tell people, who's getting rid, don't delete the comments, y'all. I see y'all getting rid of the comments, whoever's in here sniping these comments. But look, let me tell you something about black people and what I believe puts us in a unique position, that makes us like worse off than all these other groups, right? Okay. We claim to be victims. And then if you say, well, we're victims. Oh, you think that's something better? They ain't better than black people. It's one or the other. Because if they have the power to oppress you and subjugate you, you can't pretend that you're on the same playing field as them. a high school team can't say that they're on the same level as an NFL team if the NFL team beating them by 100. And if the high school team is able to hang and beat the NFL team, then the high school team can't say that the game is unfair. That's black folks. 1 minute we oppress victims, the next day we superior to everybody. Which one is it? I don't care which one it is, but can we just pick one? As my daughter would say, can we just pick a struggle? We want to just struggle at everything. Everything. We can't just pick one. Can we pick one struggle, bro? We just the eternal victims of the earth. They doing this to it. They doing that. It ain't nothing compared to what you're doing to yourself. There's plenty of affluent black neighborhoods, bro. Black neighborhoods are shrinking every day. Every day. But what makes us uniquely different from other groups of people is this. You won't hear Nigerians defending Nigerian scammers. You won't see Asians defending Yakuza and Asian mobsters and drug dealers. You won't hear white folks defending the KKK or white criminals. The only group of people on this earth where an affluent person who would never even go to the neighborhood where criminal acts are occurring will defend the criminal and say he is justified in his actions because of racism. This is the only culture on earth, other than maybe gypsies, who will viciously defend criminal culture and criminal behavior while doing everything they can to stay as far as humanly possible away from those who participate in it. I'll tell you, look at the situation with that boy Carmelo Anthony in Texas. The black people sending that boy money would never even go to that area in Texas. Everyone's innocent. Everyone's a victim. Everyone's a victim. I watched a video today with two old black men beating the dog snot out of each other with baseball bats. They look like they was two old winos or crackheads. They are beating the shit out of each other with these baseball bats. There are all these young black men around, there's young black women around. Do you know all they did was stood back and recorded and laughed? They bloodying each other up. Y'all probably saw this one. Right? These black men are beating each other bloody with these bats. The people with the camera They laughing at these dudes. Then I go to the comments to see if anybody was like, yo, this is like chill, right? I went to the comments to see if anybody had the decency to be like, hey, this is wrong, bro. They should have stopped these dudes. They in the comments laughing too. Make that make sense to me. But then they talk about the white man is oppressing us. Then they'll scream, the white man is oppressing us. What are you talking about? If the white man was nowhere to be found, we'd be watching each other kill each other up. He's oppressing you. The white man would have came and broke those who's up, took the bats and took them both to jail for their own safety. What did we do? We laugh at him. We laugh. It's funny. And then we sit up and holler, reparations. Reparations. Black people we are politically stagnant because we refuse to let go of this idea that somebody is about to give us reparations. But if you say that in the black community, guess what? You're a coon. You a traitor. You Uncle Tom. Look, man, you're the fool. You calling me this guy, oh, Bastardez came in. You saying that like that's supposed to hurt me. I'm looking at you thinking you a grown-ass man. You should be reaching these conclusions too. But I know your ass is a crack baby. When you can't see common sense, I know your mom probably smoked crack with you in her room. This is common sense. Common sense. And black people act like it's just killing them. We are immature as a people. We done had a 200,000 year head start on every other race on this planet, and we still operate like we just got here. The white man had a 400 year head start. Negro, you had a 200,000 year head start on white folks. But your immaturity and your affinity for lies, it costs you everything. And it still costs you everything. It's still costing you everything. And you know what you do? You just viciously attack anybody who cares about you enough to actually tell the truth. And it ain't got nothing to do with the message. It has everything to do with who's saying it. He hurt my feelings. You a grown ass man, dog. What you mean somebody hurt your damn feelings? Is it true or is it not true? That's why I encourage everybody to watch that movie with Denzel called Fences. I like that movie. You know why? Because that dude said the realest statement. It ain't got nothing to do with like. It has everything to do with, is this person doing right by you? And in my mind, if someone's telling me the truth, they're doing right by me. That's all I can really ask. Hey, thank you. Thank you for telling me the truth. Thank you for not lying to me. I appreciate that. Nah, we like, yeah, just keep lying to me because I just can't handle the truth. It's too much. You know how stupid you got to be to walk around thinking like that? Do you know how dumb you got to be to walk around thinking like that every day? And the ones who got sense, look, we just leaving you behind. Real talk. We just like, all right, man. They ain't trying to do nothing with themselves. They on BS. And then y'all say, oh, we traitors and we Uncle Tom. No, we just tired of bull crap. Y'all, I've been talking to y'all on here since before I had gray in my beard. At what point, and I told y'all, I used to say it all the time, I'm not going to be up here talking to y'all about this black stuff forever. I told y'all. Because I saw these Negroes ain't trying to do nothing else. Y'all went from buy black movement, do for self, and create a black economy, rebuild the black economy. Y'all went from that back to begging reparations. Please give us some reparations. That's when I knew. I said, we cooked. We cooked. These dudes didn't let They didn't look. They didn't let Tariq Nasheed take them back to the cotton fields of reparations. I said, we cook, bro. These dudes ain't trying to do nothing. These dudes out here talking about They didn't let Yvette Carnell take their ass back to the cotton fields of reparations. And proud of it. Proud of it. I be looking like, how many more years are black folks about to be up here begging for reparations? I've accepted. Black folks gonna be begging for reparations till the day I die. They're not gonna build nothing. Somebody said, it's plenty of black neighborhoods. How many black owned hospitals is in America? I'll wait. How many black owned hospitals are there in America? And I'll wait for your ass right here to tell me. Google it. If you find one, I'll be pleasantly surprised. No lie. Find one. I'll wait for y'all to find one. And I'll be waiting forever. We've been in this joint 400 years and y'all, we got a black-owned neighborhood. What? What the hell? They said, whoever commented that said that shit with their chests out. I'm like, damn. You proud of that? A couple of black-owned neighborhoods. This is the video I'm talking about right here. Let me see if I can expand this a little. I'm going to try to expand this a little bit. Okay. Let me see. Why can I not? Oh, y'all can see it. Okay, cool. Watch this video. Look, it's a female right here trying to stop him. We already demonetized. So, look, these two winos hit this dude. They on the ground. It's grown men watching these dudes. Now, let me tell you the cold part. He asked this dude on top is asking this young man, get this other young man, this other old man who's under me. He said, get him, dude, get him. This man gonna lie to this old man. He gonna say, I'm not gonna let him hit you. Get off him. I'm not gonna let him hit you. He says this multiple times. So the old man on top gets off of him. Watch what this ignorant nigga do. That might be a woman. Look, I ain't gonna let y'all hit each other. Chill. Do not swing the bats. Watch this. That looked like a female. But when the one in the tan had the one in the black on the ground, you said, I'm not gonna let him hit you. So why didn't at that moment you say, put the camera down, or let me hand someone else the camera, let me go hold one of them so that they won't keep swinging the bats, or let me just take the bats out their hand. He didn't care. He wanted to see these two black people beat the shit out of each other. But Donald Trump's the problem. Are you serious? The Klan is the problem. You look stupid saying that. And anybody who keep telling you that and agreeing with you, they hate you. They hate you. They hate your kids. They hate everything about you. Because only a person who hate you would sit up and allow you to continue to lie to yourself and not say that's not true. Look, he ready to kill this person. And they laughing. Listen to him laugh. This funny to them. Look at the back of that man's head. He got hit in the back of the head with a bat. This funny to them. I don't find this funny. This is sad. Now, the same no good niggas that tell you that they got concern for illegal Mexicans getting deported. Does that add up to you? The only thing is they probably do care about the Mexican getting deported because they like fucking Mexican women. But they don't care about their own black elders knocking the shit out of each other. But if I disagree with an idiot like Sandy Darity, oh, you disrespected the elders. And these the niggas in the comments saying that. The comments are even worse. Look. I'm the first comment because I just saw this and I comment on it. This was an hour ago. Y'all think, oh, Brandon just do this for clicks? No, I don't. I'm a grown ass man. I don't change my mind every 5 minutes. I've lived experience to know exactly how niggas operate. I've been on this bitch 40 years. You ain't gonna convince me that niggas ain't exactly who I think they are. I know us. Right here, black people love seeing our people destroy each other. It's funny to us. Look at them laughing. Just look at all this laughing. You don't even got to read what they say. Just look at the laughing faces. This is entertainment to black people. Mandingo fights. Look at this. First Lick definitely broke his finger. He gave Sam a pass to death. Look, fighting to the death. Ha! Y'all think y'all got everybody fooled. Black folks, I'm black too. We don't got nobody fooled. They know we are savage. They know the minute they give you an upper hand on them, you gonna kill every last one of them. They know that because they look at the way you do each other. We was shoulder to shoulder swinging garden tools in the fields. Now we killing each other up over stupidity. Two dudes who look like they 3 minutes away from being dead anyway, out here with baseball bats and the youngsters laughing, egging them on. This is funny. Look at the laughing faces. Look at the laughing faces. If I go get my daughter who's 17 to come watch this, she won't laugh at this at all. She'll be like, what the hell are these dudes doing? She has common sense. And then you'll get mad if I don't want her to grow up in the neighborhood next door to you and your kids. I already know y'all ain't shit. Because y'all think something like this is funny. There's nothing funny about this. And I could laugh at Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels about to fight. That was funny. Because I know they ain't going to touch each other. Them fools both rich. They ain't about to get a lawsuit, beat nobody up. This is sad. But one of them dudes could have got hit and died. One of them dudes could have dropped dead from a stroke or a heart attack. That's funny to our people. But I'm a coon for saying that. No, I'm not a coon. I'm a fool for thinking that y'all understand what it means to be civilized. I'm a fool for thinking that y'all want better than the scraps that the Democrat Party is throwing you. Oh, sorry, Can You Behold? Go watch it from the beginning. Look, that don't make no damn sense. All these laughing emojis. That don't make no sense. Not a damn near a single person with sense up in these comments. Why didn't YouTube take that down? Why is it now that social media, all the stuff you would get banned for showing before, all of a sudden is cool? Or when it's black folks doing it, let it ride. Because the invention of social media and the body cam are the two worst inventions that ever happened to black people. Because it exposed us. It exposed the lies that we tell. The white man in the Klan, they go, no, it ain't the Klan. It ain't the white man. It's you and me. It's us. We are the greatest threat to each other. We know we're the greatest threat to each other. That's why we try to weaponize our ignorance against people like Jaxson Dart. That's why we try to weaponize our ignorance against brothers like Thomas Sowell or any other black man that talks sense. We try to weaponize our ignorance against people like Byron Donald. Because it hurts. It hurts to know that you are your own biggest problem. A dope fiend is not happy with themselves because they know that they are their own worst enemy. And that's how black people operate in the world. Like some dope fiends. Laughing at shit that ain't funny. Thinking everything is a joke. Behaving in a passive-aggressive way with everybody. And then when they turn around and slap fire from us, oh, what happened? Why you do that? You know exactly why I did it. And then vote yourself into obscurity. Black folks over here fighting for Hispanic immigrants that the moment they get allowed to stay over here, your vote is going to disappear totally. And you fighting for them to stay. That's the person who hate theyself. You want reparations, they gave it to the immigrants. Every penny they told you that they couldn't give you, they gave it to illegal immigrants. Look at this stupid Quantavious. They making the decision to fight. They grown men, quit playing on the moral high ground. Man, ain't no moral high ground to not letting two old men beat each other to death with baseball bats, fool. If they was having a fist fight, that'd be different. They out there swinging metal bats at each other, and your goofy ass is trying to rationalize young people standing around letting that happen. You just ain't shit, Quantavious. That's why your mama named you Quantavious. She knew you wasn't going to be shit just like your daddy. Your ass is Eddie King on the 5 Heartbeats. What type of man? Hey, stop deleting comments, please. Mod, stop deleting comments. But, y'all, look, yeah, we should let him fight because Quantavious said so. You never had a chance, Quantavious. You never had a chance, dude. Your parents hate you. That's why they named you Quantavious. I'm sorry. I'm glad I watched Roots before social media because black men like you is misguided. I ain't misguided. I'm not misguided at all. I like the movie. I like the movie Roots. I like the movie Roots. It's a great movie. I watched it too. I watched it too. What the hell does the movie Roots have to do with two black men beating each other with baseball bats? Other than to show you that we've been beating on and enslaving each other for centuries. Zarth, I'm 100% with you. There is no moral high ground to two old men fighting with metal baseball bats and one of the men asking the young brothers, hey, get this dude. And the young dude lying, I'm going to get him. I ain't going to let him hit you. And then as soon as he let him up, the dude don't do nothing and just keep recording and let the dude start swinging about him. That's wrong. They got a new version of Roots. Go watch that. Don't worry, you'll be back in Roots soon enough. Soon as y'all let illegal Hispanic immigrants take over America and they re-enslave your ass. Black folks holler, racism, racism, and then cheer and fight for very racist South Americans to come into America. You a fool. You a fool. And you're mad at my channel because I call you out. I can't be your dad, man. I can't whoop you and make you do it. You got to be man enough to say, you know, bro is right. What bro said ain't going to hurt me. If I take everything bro said and apply it to my life, it's not going to hurt me. It's not going to hurt me. You got to be mature enough to be able to take sound advice. I'm a grown-ass man, but if somebody give me advice that's good, I'm going to take it. Because it's not going to do nothing but help me. Let go of your pride, man. Let go of your pride. But guys, I promise I'll take my daughter somewhere before it gets too late. So, promise made, promise kept. I don't know what the hell is going on with my camera situation. But anyway, Thank y'all for watching this. I appreciate y'all. We kind of got a little bit off track. Yes, wonderful movie. Watching in Poland when it first time came, never. Oh yeah, when it first came out, you never. No facts. It's a great movie. There's a lot of good movies that you can learn from. There's a lot of good movies that you can learn from. I just want you guys to understand something. I'm never going to get on the internet and lie to you. There's not enough money in the world that can make me do that. Like, look at that dude from No Jumper, Young and Hefe. Bro, come on, bro. I feel bad for bro, but at the same time, I'm like, bro, come on. Bro was too smart to go out the way he went out. But too busy trying to appease the opinions of Negroes. And it cost him everything. And when I went on No Jumper, y'all was attacking me because I wouldn't let myself get baited into stupidity. What if I would have smoked that fool suspect with the gun I had in my bag? Right in the lobby and didn't nobody know because the security didn't even want me down. Y'all wasn't going to sit up and do time with me. Y'all wasn't going to pay these volleyball fees and all this shit for my daughter. Y'all was going to laugh at me. He crashed out. But when I was on there, I showed you, I'm smarter than the average Negro. And when a black man is smart and operates based on logic and rational thinking, that make a nigga mad. He's mad at that man because he can't do what that man could do. He can't do what that man can do. I love the fact that Charleston White is at No Jumper right now because Adam can't pump Charleston White intellectually like he do all the rest of them niggas. Charleston White ain't gonna sit there and let Adam talk over him while he's sitting up quiet like Aunt Hefe and Munchie and all them. See, because Charleston White ain't no damn white man's bitch. Nah, nigga, you shut the fuck up. I'ma talk. You brought me because people want to hear me talk. If they wanted to hear you talk, you wouldn't have brought me over here. And then y'all get mad at me for having the same energy. No, nigga, I'm smarter than you. You might be richer than me because you willing to let a nigga bust your wife pussy hole open right on camera. I'm not willing to do that. We could all make some money if we was willing to do that. But I like Charleston White being up there. And I like when Charleston White cut Adams all ass off and because it's like, I know this dude is saying something of value. Versus the guy who jumps on ChatGPT for basic information. But y'all was mad at me. Oh, you won't sit up and let the white boys subjugate you, so we mad at you. Y'all niggas still watching that shit. I don't watch that fucking bullshit. Unless it's clips that my boy Donnie sends me. It adds nothing to your brain or your day. Oh, yeah, look at this dude from A-Tray. He done crashed out and now he's going to jail for murder. How does that help me? What value does that add to my existence, nigga? Oh, I can't remember going to jail. Wow, and water is wet, nigga. But enjoy it, man. If you like it, I love it for you. Thank y'all so much for watching this. I appreciate every single thing you do for me in this channel. We will be back. And our camera will be working next time. I don't know what the hell's going on with my camera, for real. But thank y'all. Till the next time. Peace.